thought we could have done a little bit more offensively to give ourselves a little bit more breathing room, maybe keep them a little bit less enthusiastic. But they did a great job of taking the lead. But a gutsy comeback by us, something we have not been able to affect in a long time. And they're starting to feel good about themselves. Now, we have not arrived. We're not at the top of the league yet. We're fighting to somehow get a toehold in the middle of this pack. But, every game like this gives you a little bit of confidence in your system. It gives you a little bit of confidence in what we're doing. We get a chance to be a little better and keep looking at ourselves. And now we get to come home and play, a home game, 3 of the first 4 for a team that was 2-8 and had lost some heartbreakers and had some really tough ones put on our forehead a little bit. This couldn't have been a better schedule for us to have 3 of our first 4 at home. But no guarantees. As we well know, the Nichols game is always an adventure. It's always a tough game. And frankly, I think Nichols matches up very well with us. They're not overly huge. They don't have great shooting, which is the one Achilles heel they have. But, they beat Central Arkansas by 4. They lost by 13. We're down big, but made a little comeback against Oral Roberts. Sounds like the opening weekend for us.
Beat McNeese tonight by 1 in Lake Charles. So, but one of the things too, Coach, early on before Christmas, it was probably hadn't seen a lot, never had seen an entire team really have trouble shooting the basketball. You saw the numbers, but now 4 straight games in the 40s tonight, 47.3% tonight. So things are getting, you see things there. Tonight, you didn't hit the threes like you have the past couple of games, but Todd Nelson got you a couple early, Dre Evans, and of course, really, Dre made some really key plays, some good drives into the lane where he got some floaters.
That's why you have depth. Our big 4 right now are clear. Roosevelt, Brandon, Dre, and Jeff. Those are our big 4, and you're hoping that Roger, AB, and Todd can give you a little bit of filling around that, and then Jamal does his job, and anybody else off the bench does their job. The one thing I'm seeing right now from our team, though, even though the turnovers were a little higher tonight, I think that came a little bit later tonight, but our turnovers have been down. I think our ball handling's a little better. Our system is flowing a little bit more, and we're starting to get some good shots. They turned the ball over a ton, though. At least they did early, and we capitalized some on that as well. I saw a tired Southeastern team tonight. Brandon Fortenberry had 2 pretty good looks that were air balls. No legs. 3 games in 5 days, and those guys have logged a lot of minutes. And looking at it again, Brandon Fortenberry, I think Dre and someone else maybe went for 35 in the last game, and here it is tonight. Brandon Fortenberry 38, Dre Evans 34, Roosevelt 28, Antonio 26, Jeff 27. Brandon's logging a lot of minutes, so this little break couldn't come at a better time.
Well, if you look at it right now, it was 37 against Central Arkansas, 34 against Oral Roberts, but then 38, 39, 38, 36, 36, 35. Really, since Louisiana Tech, he's gone that much.
Well, he almost has to, and it's just, it's senior year, and dadgummit, what else? What are we going to do? What's a little disappointing, if you want to be a little critical of us tonight, a couple of guys, Todd Nelson could have been a big hero tonight. He did a little bit, which was good, but Todd had some great looks tonight, and if he can get hot, a couple of games where he hits 4 threes, this game's over early, and not that we're going to cruise home, because I won't let us cruise around at all, but that comeback gets to 8, and then we stabilize it. We make a couple of buckets, and they kind of fold their tents. They never get all the way back and tie the game and go ahead by 1. But we got in that position, and with 3 minutes to go, there was still plenty of time, and we made a couple of big plays. Our guards drove, and we got some nice things going to the basket. And, the one thing, when the team takes away Brandon Fortenberry, we cleared the side several times. We had a late clock situation with 11 seconds to go. We came out again, and we kind of ran a little clear-out play where we give Dre the side, and we put 2 big bodies opposite. So if they come off to help on Dre, they give up rebounding position. If Dre has a little bit of light, he can kind of lean in with his little shoulder and get shots. If they come off Brandon's sitting there in the corner for an open shot. I would have liked to have gotten Jeff in the middle of the floor. He's very effective, but Dre seemed to have the hot hand. I think we rode him. Brandon drove a few times. He got an and one. And the only other thing was we had to win the game twice. We had him, and Brandon anticipated the contact and traveled versus getting the contact and gave him the ball back one more time. So we had to win the game twice. And that was, little things like that. Coming up with loose balls, a lot of tipping instead of grabbing, handling late game situations. If we can ever clean that up and get our basketball IQ to a better place, game in, minute by minute throughout the game, then we can tighten up our overall performance, and we can play teams with better talent. Our system can match their system. Our defense can negate some things. Defense is the great equalizer. If we can keep getting better at it, we can keep making good decisions, that's where the future of our team lies. We're going to be tested with a lot of decision-making coming up against a good Nichols team. They play great half-court man-to-man defense. They're going to run their system with great discipline. So it's going to be two styles. And if we get a little loosey-goosey, if we don't play with great focus on defense, they'll come in there and knock us on our rear ends and end this little streak. So we have to have tremendous focus and energy. We've had two nice crowds to open up the season without the student body. I hope everybody will come out again for this great rivalry, Nichols and Southeastern, and see if the Lions can go to 3-1 and stay atop of the conference race at least early on.
Okay, head coach Jim Yarbrough here on the Bud Light postgame show here from the Montaigne Center. We'll go ahead, we'll wrap it.